Yeah, let's pick up there with Craig Lambinon from the National Sea Rescue Institute. Craig, you were talking about search and rescue. How sad we see digging there for a body. We heard of children being washed away. Just tell us more about what the NSRI has seen. Have there been miraculous recoveries, very sad losses? I mean, we saw containers traveling down a highway, so you think, what chance would a child or somebody who gets caught up in those torrential waters yesterday, what chance did they have? Craig, unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, do you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So we have also appealed to boaters to be aware that a lot of debris would have washed down riverways, and that'll now be in the ocean. Fishermen and vessels at sea need to take heed of that and precautions. Regarding the actual rescue operations, again, like we said, all the emergency services that banded together in a very short space of time. Fortunately, floating craft. We had 50 people rescued off a building, on the top of a building in the port of Durban, using the Transnet National Ports Authority helicopter. 1,500 people that were rescued that were cut off from a mainland and rescued across to terra firma in a massive rescue operation during the night. And then literally, like we said, too many rescue operations to single out any particular operation, because literally hundreds of rescue operations took place in a very short space of time. We had cases where people were trapped in trees, people literally standing on the last few steps of buildings, waiting to be rescued, with some of their family members calling us. And this all going on between like midnight and 5 a.m. in the morning. All of the NSRI stations from Port Edward, Shelley Beach, Rocky Bay, Durban and Belito, that all came together in this time. And then obviously the likes of disaster risk management coordinating all of this, the KwaZulu Natal Government Health EMS, police search and rescue, Metro Police Search and Rescue, Fire and Rescue Services, the private ambulance services, the community services, security companies, and even the likes of the tow truck services, understanding that we all work together in any case on scenes of accidents, on scenes of emergencies. So it's something that we do in our normal day-to-day, and not like a mass operation like we had over 36 hours.
Yeah.
And as you can see from the devastation, it's going to go on a lot longer. It's now about mopping up but also the appeal to the public to have that safety conscious mindset. Don't risk your life unnecessarily. There are lots of cases now of infrastructure and public roadways and so on that are at risk. And we have to give the authorities the opportunity to properly assess for recovery to begin properly.
All right, especially because more rain is on its way. Robert McKenzie from Emergency Services, you were saying earlier that there was a bit of a respite today because there wasn't as much rain in the morning. What about roads, though? I mean, we saw a rural area, the shacks reduced to rubble, and a road completely cut off. We've heard from Netcare that some areas have been cut off for their own operations, or people trying to get to hospitals. What did you encounter today? Robert, can you unmute?
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah, the roads being cut off is a big issue because especially like yesterday morning, we didn't know which roads were affected or how badly they were affected. So your normal route into an area to go assist in that area would be compromised, and you'd have to take an alternate route. That alternate route is blocked, and some of the areas were completely blocked. We weren't able to get into them until the floodwaters had subsided. So it is an issue when it comes to road, and some of them were flooded, Some of them were literally just washed away, like we saw with Anele there. And then others were obstructed by debris. We know, I couldn't believe it. I had to see it for myself, a container on the highway, not just one, but many containers and even trucks floating down the highway. It's the force and devastation has just been incredible and horrific to see.
So let me end with you. Where are the real worrisome areas right now heading into a weekend of rain? We're hearing reports that the ground is just saturated already. So huge concerns for the weekend. And is everybody ready? Your teams must be so tired already.
Yes, most definitely. We're definitely still on high alert. And like you mentioned, the ground is saturated and it's already disturbed. So there's been landslides and the ground is exposed, the sand is exposed. Now it's going to be possibly be exposed to more rain, which is a concern, to result in more landslides and more debris being washed around to cause more devastation. So that is a concern. And I think all the EMS agencies are on high alert and ready to respond.
All right, and as Craig Lambinon was saying, don't take a chance if you're on the roads or elsewhere. Thank you very much. Lambinon, the spokesperson for the National Sea Rescue Institute, and from KwaZulu Natal Emergency Services spokesperson Robert McKenzie.